What's happening, guys? Today's message happens to come to you from way up top of a mountain up here in the Boise foothills. You can see behind me we are quite a ways up here climbing some trails today. Today's message, guys, is about how wrestling cannot be the thing that defines you. Now, you're a wrestler. You're chasing your goals, and I know that, right now you're probably in a fight for, trying to become a state champion, trying to make the varsity spot in your team, trying to, be the stud in the school, or put your name and your face up in the Hall of Fame, or, a lot of different goals that probably are somewhat associated with winning or losing. And what I want to tell you guys is that is not what's going to define you guys. What's going to define you is your commitment to the process and to the training. Okay? That's the thing that defines you guys. When you're up here on a mountain by yourself, on a weekday, but you escape for an hour and you go train because you got goals in mind, because you're thinking about things that can actually help you make it on top of the mountaintop, or set yourself up to potentially stand on top of the mountain, on top of the podium, and actually have the medal around your chest and be the champion. But it's not what's going to define you. You should be able to lose in that big special moment and still know that the person that you are and the commitment that in which you live your life, both on the mat and off the mat, is what is going to define you. You get this thing right, guys, and everything else starts to line up in your life. We just heard from Kyle Snyder. He was wrestling in the World Championship Finals, and it comes down to Kyle Snyder wrestling against who was it? Sadulayev of Russia. He's wrestling him in the finals, and he loses by a pin to lose the world title, and in some ways, puts the whole thing in jeopardy a little bit with the team title. It was a little bit out of reach, but essentially, Russia goes on to win the world title as a team, and Sadulayev kind of redeems himself and goes 1-1 now with Snyder, but he doesn't just do it; he pins him, and everybody's thinking like, oh man, Kyle Snyder's gonna be crushed. This is just gonna tear him apart, and like the whole world was watching, and Kyle Snyder's comments are so classic. He just said, it's okay. This doesn't bother me as much as people think. I know you guys are asking a lot of questions about it, but wrestling doesn't define me. Okay, my faith in Jesus Christ and how I go about my life, living for the glory of God and for the kingdom, that's what defines me. Now, that might not be your scenario. We understand that's Kyle's, and he's standing for his faith, because he wants to tell people about the love of Jesus and his life, okay, but more importantly about the love of Jesus that you could have in your life. Okay, so for him, that's really important. For him, okay, he stands for something more than wrestling. So no matter what, win or loss, okay, win or lose, okay, it doesn't define who he is. But he does say he went out and he put it on the line. He went out and put his best foot forward. He trained the best that he could possibly train. And guys, it's that commitment to that lifestyle that makes him a champion. It's his commitment to continue to love and glorify Jesus and glorify the kingdom and his relationship with Jesus that makes him a champion. It's his commitment and his training that makes him a champion. And guys, there's so many kids out there that are great examples of this. You don't even have to be on the world stage. You could just be a kid that never even placed at the state tournament, but your coach probably looks back at you and you're the type of kid that he says, you know what? That kid was a champion. He was one of my favorite kids to coach ever. Guys, coaches, those are the type of kids I want you guys to be creating and I want you guys to be pouring into. But also, kids, I want you to be listening to this message, because you need to realize that it's your commitment to go all in and pursue your dream with everything that you possibly have. And then when the opportunity comes to lay it on the line, you actually commit in a fashion that is full of energy and full of commitment, really. It's all in. It's a lifestyle, it's a choice every time you step on the mat. It's a choice every time, you wake up in the morning, and you got to embrace that lifestyle. Today I'm out on this long run, and it was like 55 minutes. I got, podcasts in my ear, and I'm just training. And I'm enjoying those long grind hours, okay? Those slow, long hours where you just got to put in the time. And if you're out there training, you're out there chasing your dreams, you're out there trying to be on top of the mountain, okay, like we are out here today, then you got to put in the time, you got to put in the effort, and you got to commit. You got to make a full commitment to going all in. That's what defines you. That's what makes you a champion. Okay? It's not whether you're going to have the medal around your chest at the end of the day or standing on top of the podium, but it's about how you commit towards that goal. It's the process in which you pursue and how you pursue it. Okay? And then at the end, it's your performance, how you performed. Even if you lost, was the effort there? Okay, was the training and the technique there that you put in the time for? Those are the things that we're looking for in a champion, guys. Think about it, really let it brew in your head, because I want you guys to know that your commitment to going all in is what is going to help define the guy that you are and the guy that you stand for when you grow up someday and everything changes from wrestling to real life stuff, or not necessarily real life stuff, but just jobs and different things, taking care of family, being a husband, okay, being a father, whatever that scenario is, okay. Your commitment now is going to help structure who you are in the future. So guys, make that commitment today. Go all in with everything that you do, because that is what's going to define you as a champion. And at the end, I hope you're standing on top of the podium. There's no doubt in our sport, it's about winning and losing, and there's a guy that's a winner and there's a guy that's a loser, and that's just the reality of the sport. That's the reality of a lot of sports, okay? But what you need to realize and what you need to understand today is it's your commitment in every single moment that's going to define you. Every single match, every single minute in every single match, every single second in every single match, okay? So make the commitment today, guys. Know that it's your commitment that defines who you are. It's your ability to commit all in. Take care, guys. Peace out.